It's time for some hoops at FedEx Forum, home of the Grizzlies, and we're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And when you look at Memphis, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
It really has been amazing. Everyone just kept waiting for them to fade, and it never happened.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Chris is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capella in at the 5. Oh, this one tonight, Smitty. Everyone has had this circled on their calendars. Two great teams and a bunch of star power on the floor.
Well, this is what the NBA is all about. There's always, Kevin, we love the game, but there's certain teams and certain matchups that you look in the calendar to see when they're playing. That's when you get your popcorn and you get ready. And those guys, they live for big games. Don't let them fool you. They all say each game is the same, but they're not.
Good insight. Now here's Paul. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Here's Harrison. AI outside. Let's go. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
A steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And he gets it again. Shot good from Reyes. AI's got 6.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Now here's Harden. He's guarded by AI. Now Tucker. Shot clock at 6. And that one comes up a bit short. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Griffin's shot is off.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And they pick up 2.
And really, CP3 is so good at reading the defense. If he knows he's getting the pass and they're playing off him, he'll torch you.
Here's Harrison. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Griffin dishes to AI. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
Kevin, he told me their focus has to be at the defensive end. Better teamwork and communication. He said with that team, when you get your wires crossed defensively, you get burned. He also said that even though they've won 2 out of the 3 games in this season series, they want to approach tonight with an underdog mentality. We'll see if that can be done. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks as always. Their goal early on is a simple one, keeping those opposing shooters from getting hot.
Yeah, and so defensively, they can't get tied into any one strategy. It might take a few different approaches here before they find one that works.
Greg, the reason why is you're never sure which of their shooters is going to get hot. The matchups will change depending on who's doing the most damage.
First team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. To the inside, Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Nice job by Griffin on the pick and roll. Great hands and great finish.
Rockets trail by 6. Paul surveying the floor. Here's Harden, and it's Houston with another.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And Gasol able to finish.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Houston, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jackson comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Casper. And then for Houston, Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Gerald Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Eric Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And here's Gordon. He had 10 points in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Back to AI from about 19 feet. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Out to the wing. Paul finds Green. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Reyes. Lays it up off the glass. AI's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called. He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Fresh 24 for the Grizzlies. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Gordon. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Green slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammer. And stolen by Chris. Pass to Paul, all alone. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
With Paul's skills, whether it's off the dribble or off the catch, the mid-range area is money.
AI outside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Gordon kicks to Paul. .44 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14, and he can't bank that one in.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Brooks misses. Rockets trail by 7. Paul outside. It's tipped. Now here's Gordon. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And he gets the bucket. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
So he gets them both. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second-chance points.
A fundamental part of basketball, taking advantage of guys who fail to block out.
Brooks and Green at the small and power forward spots. Selden is out there with AI. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Wizards put on a show. He had 43 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
Gordon kicks tonight. Now the pass to Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. From past the arc, and he's good on the 3 ball.
You don't see that play regularly from them, but it led to a made 3, so you can't knock them for trying it.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, is freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar checking and down in the post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour, how do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, oh, that wasn't a foul, but I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
Knight kicks to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Reyes, and AI throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
Harden left side. Back tonight. Passes it to Ennis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
First one falls for him. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for Len. And Blake Griffin subbed in for Jermichael Green. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
AI outside. Fades and shoots. That misses off the backboard.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Reyes, the pass to Selden. Feeds to Pachulia. Launches a three. AI, no good. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 5. Last time they met in Houston.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Having that spark off the bench really helped them the last time these two teams battled. We'll see if it'll be there for them again.
From deep, Harden. Houston gets it back. A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Timeout.
Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Harrison's checked in for the Grizzlies. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Paul comes in for Knight. Here's Griffin, and he lays it straight in. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Here is Caspi. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pachulia with it, and guarded by Capella. Harrison passes to Reyes. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. AI's got 27 points.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Caspi. Knocks it loose. Griffin with the steal. AI right side. Shoots from 12. The shot comes out. Rockets trail by 8. Green kicks it to Tucker. Back to Green. Here's Capella. And Pachulia pulls it down.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Harden's shot is good.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Lets it go from the wing. No good off the front iron.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
And that one's good. Green.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Harrison passes to Reyes. Here's Pachulia. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Pachulia's got his first 2 points. Harden kicks to Paul. Back to Harden. Fires the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
AI outside. Pass to Harrison. Back to AI. Shoots from the elbow. Clock at 4. Griffin dishes to AI. Makes it off the glass. AI's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Hall finds Harden. Green against Jackson. Back to Harden. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as many as 11 points. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
They made shot selection a priority, and you see their percentage from the field. Outstanding.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Marquise Chris is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Tucker in at the small forward position. He kicks to Paul. Back to Tucker. And no good that time. And it's Memphis the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
For Memphis, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward, those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala, to be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list. And it's sent back by Reyes.
They can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 already to start the third.
Caspi with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Another miss by Houston.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Here's Griffin, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
He's so athletic. Blake Griffin's one of those players you have to make a decision. You have to wrap him up before he takes off.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And Memphis making a change here. Brooks checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Gordon subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Rockets. They're still holding tough in that 5th position, still trying to climb the ladder.
And looking at Memphis, they've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high down the back 9 now, looking invincible.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Memphis. Caspi's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
Wayne Selden's check. Knight taking his time here. Here's Gordon. Another miss by Houston.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good, Harrison.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
That's what's extending this lead. The right plays, right time, and good finishing.
Knight passes to Nene. Back to Knight. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Steve, the way Jermichael Green got here, a terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
Knight for three. Buries it from three-point range. Knight's got his second bucket of the night.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Grizzlies.
AI outside. Here's Harrison, covered by Chris. Shot clock at 5, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Back to Knight. Pass to Ennis.
Who's watching here?
Back to Knight. The three. Houston keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Gordon finds Chris. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Chris has got 10 points.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Shot from the wing. Here's Green, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside Knight. Over Harrison. Second shot opportunity. Out tonight. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by Knight.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I did miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Pachulia, he's checked in for Jermichael Green, and it's Jackson in for Casper. Nailed from three-point land.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. To halt the run. Tucker can't get it to go.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Out to AI. And another basket for Memphis.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Now here's Paul. Not a lot of room. Off with the layup. Here's Reyes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. AI's got 36.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And the wide open shot from Green. Another miss by Houston.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
And the basket is good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Just 5 on the clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Jackson misses. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Grizzlies leading by 20. Marcus Saul is out there with Griffin. Then there's Jackson. Then it's AI. And it's Harrison in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Harden. And he makes that one.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
AI with it. Jackson in the corner. Launches it. Rebounded by Tucker. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Down low. Kicks it out to Harden. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. AI outside. And AI throws it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Memphis leading by 20. Harrison passes to Gasol. Yep, that one goes in there.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Al Paul. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Harden kicks to Green. Back to Harden. Over AI. Here's Capella. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Caspi's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Gerald Green.
That's what Griffin is known for best. His unreal vertical, which allows him to go over defenders.
Here's Harden on the wing. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Inside, and the dunk by Capella.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Yeah, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose and they reveal some secrets or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. AI with the bucket.
He just said, hey, put the team on my back, and I'm going to take you the rest of the way.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Ball finds Chris. Now Harden, and stolen by AI. Goes up, and AI throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing. He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
And that's 6 straight for him on fast breaks.
Rockets shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Paul passes to Harden. Kicks it to Tucker. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Harden scanning the floor. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. AI left side. And he gets it to go. That's 10 points for Marc Gasol.
Finding an opportunity inside. It's a good read by Marc Gasol. He's one of our high IQ players that we have.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Capella kicks to Paul. In the corner, Harden over AI. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 6 assists in the game. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. The pass to Griffin. Back to AI. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul.
That's it.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans and
Locked and loaded. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Shots.
Love them when
Appreciate
those
it.
do
Appreciate
that.
it.
Nice shot selection. Sure.